Hey guys.
Hey guys.
It's your girl Jay.
It's your girl D.
And welcome back to
Real Life with J and D.
Is this a test or are we filming already at this point?
Bruh. We're filming.
Oh, we're filming. Ah! So we're back, you guys. It's good. It feels good to be back.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's been a while.
It has been
so
a
much
while.
crazy stuff has been happening here in Houston.
So as you guys know, there was a huge storm. If you guys don't know, there was a huge storm, which was
Hurricane Beryl. I think I'm saying it right. Beryl.
Yeah, it was bad. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I've never felt so like without things in my whole life.
Yeah. But it wasn't as bad as Harvey. I feel like Harvey was really bad. That was a disaster.
Yeah. What year was that again?
2020, I think. Or I think 2019. No, 2021. I think it was 2021, but it was around August. Were you living here around that time?
Yeah, I was, but I was on a lot of stuff. I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was
fully.
So, it was terrible.
That's all I'm like, what?
But how did you deal with the storm this time around? How was it? How you been? Talk to us.
It's been crazy, sister. I didn't know that my apartment complex connects our water to our electricity, so I was without water and electricity for 2 days. Now I know people are like, so even my sister, because she was gonna tell you what her story is, but it's like I know people were without it for like longer, but I'm such a queen that I'm like, even like a few hours was like having like, this can't be real, this cannot be my life. Not trying to give brat, but I just feel like I was very like, I was unhappy. Like a lot of stuff happened, like bro, like the craziest stuff happened. Like actually I'll share something that's like actually embarrassing, but I don't care. It was so bad the day of the hurricane. There was this couple arguing.
Tell them.
There was this couple arguing. I thought they were above me, but they're actually below me. And they're like, we had no signal either. Like my phone was not loading nothing.
That was like the worst part for me.
Yeah, because it's like,
I'm like,
bored.
Exactly.
Like I'm really bored. There's nothing to do. Like I need to start getting like crossword puzzle books or something. I don't know.
Something to entertain us. But that's the problem. Is like we're so focused on our phone nowadays.
Yeah.
That we should be doing something that it's really going to help us develop our brain even more. But continue.
Or it's like, I feel like I can enjoy reading, but like I read on my phone. It's not like, I'm picking up an actual physical book, which I should start like doing, because again, that could help time go by fast. I could have finished a book, or anything, and not been as bored. But this couple was arguing, right? And they were like I heard the guy complaining about not having signal, and he was real upset. I don't know what he got going on or who he is or what he do, but he was just so upset at the fact that his signal was bad. So they're like arguing, and then not to be all in like business, but they were like getting like rowdy and like physical. Like I heard them like abusing each other, or like him abusing her. I don't know what was going on. I heard a lot of bumping and stuff, and the girl was yelling, stop, no, don't do that, XYZ. And that's like very triggering for me. One day we'll get into all that, but that's like very, very triggering for me, as it should be anyone going through abuse. Like that should be triggering. But that's very triggering to me, where I wanted them to stop, because like when I was scared for the girl, I didn't know what was going on, or I just don't want them to like anything crazy to happen. I ended up busting my window, because my bedroom window, because I was so like triggered, and it made them stop. They stopped arguing, whatever they're doing. I didn't hear nothing.
Do you still hear them now? Like
no.
Fighting? No?
I don't hear nothing. The only thing I heard after that was like the rest of the glass like falling. Like it was just like little pieces of glass like falling. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that is so like not okay. And I realized what I did afterwards, and I was like, dang, like that's stuff I need to go back and dissect into and heal from, because clearly I'm not fully healed if I was that triggered. But I just think like originally nothing else could have. I don't think nothing else.
Thank you.
I realized that you're probably like, anyways. But I was like, I don't know. I could have done something else, but I just feel like again, I was like trying to fast act, and that was my way of fast acting. So I like did that. So it was just very traumatizing time. Like not only was I without power in this, like I was being triggered, like so much was going on. I was so upset. But
did you ever like leave the apartment?
To go charge my phone, yes. And I think later that day, whenever the sun did, or I don't know if the sun was out, but like it was just like not raining, not windy.
It wasn't that crazy that it was like raining so bad, and then the next day it was like all sunny outside.
Like the weather is crazy.
It is crazy.
Like,
don't move to Houston.
Yeah, because like it's crazy. Ever since I've been here, like just crazy stuff be happening, whether it's a freeze or just some sort of, it's like insane. But I did leave, and I'd like seen the aftermath. Like all the trees were on the ground, roads were blocked, it was flooding. The
lights didn't work.
Yeah, gas stations were packed. Like I was like, oh my goodness, the fast food places that were open, like it was like large lines, and it's because it wasn't that many.
Big bag, big bag. It was giving big bag, definitely.
But it's like, what else are you supposed to eat?
Yeah.
Like, especially if like your food has gone bad. Or it's like, like you can't cook anything. And like, like they say, like prepare canned goods, stuff like that. But it's like, let's be realistic. Unless you eat like that already, that's not fun to you.
Exactly.
Like, to like, oh, let me just pop open a can of beans.
Yeah.
Like
a can of corn.
Yeah, get some crackers.
And some tuna on the side.
Yeah, like I like tuna, but like, I want the tuna like
mayonnaise on it.
Big bag, big bag, big bag, big bag.
So cold, like like not the I just made it or I just opened it up. It smelled like fish.
Yeah,
like I don't want
either.
that. So it was like not that fun, but luckily the power did come on, and like I've never shouted this before in my life, but whenever I heard, because I left like things on. Because it's like if I was like asleep when it came on, like I would automatically wake up and know because I hear something or whatever. Literally, my fan cut on. I have like this huge fan. Like it's like, I don't want to tell you what type of fan it is. It's just like a huge fan. Like there's no reason for this fan to be in my apartment. But
is it like the big ones that just like?
It's not the big ones. It's still, I don't know if you've seen it. It's the one on the floor. But it's really loud. Like I'm gonna turn it on whenever you leave. You're gonna be like, sister, like why do you have this? But I just love it. The sound is like very, I don't know, satisfying for me to fall asleep.
You can't sleep with sounds on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
I don't sleep with the TV or nothing, but the fan, yeah.
Oh well, the fan.
The silence is weird. Like I don't like dead silence. Like going to sleep during this hurricane with no power was like crucial. Like I did not enjoy it. I did sleep, but it's like, of course, like I'm hot and different things like that. But it just wasn't the best, but I'm glad that it lasted as long as it did for me. But I was gonna say, whenever it cut on, I yelled, woohoo, literally super loud, sister. I'm not exaggerating. Like
your neighbors probably heard you.
Yeah, like I was laying in bed. I remember I was laying in bed and I was like on my phone because the signal was kind of coming back. But I didn't have Wi-Fi, obviously. But I was like, I heard it on. I was like, woohoo! Like I was like so happy, and I was like, why am I like this? Because it's like I've never said that a day in my life.
Yeah, because we're just so used to it,
Yeah, and I was just like, wow, like the power's on. Like it just felt so surreal. Because like again, like I feel like I'm not being a brat, but it's just like wow, like I was without it for 2 days. Like I legit feel like I was on like survival mode.
Girl, imagine if we had to like actually be on survival mode.
Yeah. Or I even like anticipated on like sleeping in my car just because I thought that it would be more comfortable because it's not as hot. Or it's like, but then I was like, no, like mosquitoes. If you live in Texas, so it's like, it was like benefits, pros and cons, but at the same time, it's like, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's how mine went. What about you?
Let me tell you. So, luckily we only lost power, but we didn't lose our water. So I was able to still like shower.
It
was just so hot, so terribly hot. Dude, I would wake up like 3 times at night to just like go and like, there was a point where I like to, whenever I'm sleeping, I like to know that I have a water bottle right next to me just in case I get really thirsty. Because I drink a lot of water, right? So I remember waking up this specific day, time. It was like probably super late. It was probably like 3 a.m. because I checked my phone to see if I was able to get
You're like
signal. I'm like, I want to watch something on TikTok, you know? I've been so bored.
Yeah, like there's nothing to do.
Yeah, so it was so hot. I was sweating, okay? I was sweating in my sleep. You know how disgusting I felt?
Yeah, and now it feels,
Yes.
you having a, like, shirt on or whatever you're sleeping in, and it's like you're against your bed sheets, and then it's just uncomfortable. The pillows, you're like,
You just feel icky.
Yeah.
So I open the water bottle, I stand up, and I just start pouring the water bottle.
Not my sister.
Yeah, and it just went like down my shirt, and I was like, this felt so amazing. And I just literally laid my ass back in bed and went to sleep.
Not you, and you got carpet in your room.
I do, but I didn't care.
You're like,
I don't care. I was just like, I was hot.
Yeah, it was that hot where you could do some stuff like that.
So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this right now. Like, I'm not gonna get up and shower. I don't have time for that. I'm still sleepy, you know?
Right.
But overall, it was good. At least I didn't smell like must, you know?
Yeah, because I mean, I had like put my, I felt that the power was gonna go off. So I actually put my AC at 58 degrees 2 hours before.
Oh, you were enjoying, you were taking advantage of
so
that AC.
I think for a good like 7 hours, even with like daylight, because I think mine cut off at noon, like it was still pretty cool in the apartment. It wasn't until just like, I guess after those 7 hours, it was like
it's hot, yeah.
And maybe even me just like leaving to go charge my phone, because I think I did it twice within those times. I probably let the air out. So it's like, yeah, it was hot.
Yeah, But overall, it was hot. I just was really bored, but luckily my dad had a crossword puzzle. So I was just like there, just myself, just entertaining myself. I did have a book, so I started reading a book. And
that's so crazy.
Yeah, I would go outside. I would leave the apartment to go try to get signal. I was like one of those people. Bro, I was like this.
No, remember when I was it day 3? It was some day you had called me and you're like, sister, like, how are you doing? And I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, sister, I'm about to be home. I'm gonna signal. And I was like, okay, sister, bye, sister. Like, get off the phone, because I was like, dang, like, it's true though. In my apartment, like, I didn't have signal either. It wasn't until like I sat in one parking spot in my garage and had like signal there, barely. But it was like more signal than I had anywhere else. So I feel that. But I thought that was so funny whenever you called me to.
And I was like, girl, I'm gonna lose signal, so bye. Yeah, because I already felt like I could already hear your voice breaking up. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna be like, girl, I'm losing the signal. Adios. Adios. But yeah, it just makes me realize like we were not prepared.
Yeah, definitely. Neither was I. Like I mean, I had like water. Water to drink.
Did you have any canned goods?
I mean, I had like beans. I had some ramen. Well, you know, because you need to cook them.
Yeah, you have to cook them. Did you wait in one of those like drive-through lines?
I did on day 3, McDonald's. I stayed in a McDonald's.
How long did you have to wait?
30 to 40 minutes.
Bye.
And it's so crazy because it wasn't even worth it. When I got my food, it wasn't even hot. Like, it wasn't fresh. And I'm guessing it's maybe they overcooked everything. Not like burnt it, but cooked a lot of food, prepared it. That way it's like, even though it wasn't going fast.
Yeah, they probably
Which is why I think it was cold. Because it's like, yes, you guys are trying to be prepared, but it's not even cold. And you know what's crazy? Even, because I was paying with cash and card for that meal, and I actually, if you were paying it with like some sort of cash, you had to pay at the second window instead of the first one. And whenever I went and gave it to them, the lady, I don't know if like she didn't know what to do or how to do it, like how to do both. And I guess the manager was like, just give it to her. So I actually got it for free. But again, it was cold. But I mean, I'm grateful, cool, but it was cold. Like it wasn't cold, but it just wasn't fresh or hot. Yeah. So I was like, man.
You should have went back around and said, like, can you just pop it in the microwave? You don't even have to pop it.
Right, because y'all got power and I don't. So do something.
Do something about it.
No. But no, I was just like, it's whatever. Like, there's some people that cannot eat at all today. in
No,
general,
seriously.
any day, regardless of this disaster. There's people that are homeless and they're starving, so I'm not even gonna trip. But I was like, dang. Anyways.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not waiting in no line.
I know you were like, sister, you're crazy.
You're crazy. Like, I was like, I'm not waiting in no line. Luckily we had fruit at home, so I was just eating all the fruit and all like the nuts that we had at home.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not waiting 30, 40 minutes for a meal. Dude, I went to the Jack in the Box on Westheimer. That line was like so long. So long. It was like all the way to the Specs. Specs is pretty far from Jack in the Box. And I was like,
Wow.
what the fuck?
I believe it though, because I seen some crazy lines too. Like it was like out of the parking lot of the business, going into the street, all the way to the light. Like,
yeah, that's insane.
and it's like people are blowing because it's like you're in the way because they need to go straight, but you're blocking them because you're trying to go. You're in the line for whatever you're waiting for. And I was like, wow.
But people were not playing about that.
They weren't. They were even cutting it. Like, I'm not even gonna go there. People were even cutting in front of people. Like, it was crazy, and they're acting like they're not. Like, I get it. You're hungry. The next person is hungry as well, and that makes you guys no difference. But there's no point of you cutting because we're all hungry.
Exactly. We're all waiting.
We all got here. You should have came earlier. I don't know.
Just go to the back of the line. I can't stand people that cut.
Yeah. I don't care how much of a big back you are.
Exactly. I don't care if you can't fit in that car, but.
You need to go to the back of the line.
Okay, I'm sorry. Bye.
Wait with the rest of the big bags.
Exactly. get right back behind me.
Yeah.
But, overall, it just made me realize like we were not prepared. Not just like myself, but I just mean like overall, Houston was not prepared for this, and they need to get better at their system. Like, bro, we've been through this already multiple times.
Yeah, there's no
there's
reason for
no
us.
way that you guys don't have generators at certain gas stations, like, or even on grocery stores.
Or even if, I feel like they need to invest in like, even like, I mean, there's some obviously gas stations that have like a lot of pumps, but like we even need to invest in having more pumps or something, because even that, it's outrageous. Even if it wasn't like a line going outside of the business, it's like, you see it that people are lined up behind the person. But again, it's like people are trying to cut. People are mad because someone is taking too long.
Exactly.
People are this and that. Like, there's just so much going on. And it's like, it was just an inconvenience. Because it's like, at a time like this, especially with no electricity, people are using the most gas because they're trying to charge their possessions in their vehicles. And it's like, that's running their gas out, having to sit in your car for 2 hours or whatever the case may be to get your phone to whatever percentage. So, or your laptop or whatever, however you're charging whatever. So it's like, they need to find, I think, a better system with the gas. So like you said, even if it comes to them having more generators, because there was a lot of gas stations that were closed. And like, I get it. We're all people. Like, you know,
yes, we all
you
go
need
through
to
our
check on
things.
your family.
Yes.
You're without power. I get it. You may not want to go. Like, who wants to go to work whenever there's a disaster going on? I get that.
I didn't go to work.
Yeah, I mean, well, we couldn't.
Even if we could have showed up.
It's like,
yeah, I'm like, what?
my safety first.
Exactly, my safety first.
But yeah, so I agree. They just need to make better. Like, again, we've been through it too many times. It's not like this was the first time or the second. Like, it's happened plenty of times. Mind you, this was just a Category 1 hurricane, too.
And dude, it was so hot outside.
That too,
so
like,
hot.
You can bring a little wind or
I know,
something.
Give us something. It was humid.
Yeah.
It was so humid. It was extremely hot outside. People were getting angry. You know, this heat and people combined.
Like, it's 3 digits right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's hot here.
It's too hot. And for us not to have any AC. Yeah. Did you hear about that? You know how like center pointless? No, but did you hear what happened? That a customer pointed a gun?
Oh yeah, I think you.
Bro.
Oh my God.
Okay, so let me tell them. So basically what happened was Centerpoint, right? Centerpoint is a electricity provider service, right? Is that what you would call it?
They just kept telling every apartment complex to contact them,
Contact
them.
Yes. So they have a corporation here, right? And so apparently a customer went inside there and pointed a gun at an employee and demanded their power. It's not funny.
I can't, but like,
But bro, I would have been like, okay, sir, let me get in that panel.
like, let me get that man. Which one are you?
I'm gonna start cutting all of them.
Like, yeah, because it's like, again, I feel like disasters, like, or being in these type of situations, it brings out the worst of people. Like,
yes.
even like I said, like the couple that was arguing, it's like there are so many things to be upset about. I get it, but it's like we're going through a huge disaster. We don't know when our power is going to be restored, and you have the nerve to be wanting to fist fight people right now. Like, but like. I mean, again, like it makes people do crazy stuff because it's like, again, you're messing with my power. Like, even now, you got people, neighbors, they got power, they don't. How they in the dark and they in the light?
Yeah. How does that even work? What happened there?
And how do you, like, how does that make you feel? Like,
yeah.
Like, I want to know how that stuff works. Like, how is, or like, you know, it's like, okay, we're in this neighborhood. Literally, we're stopping at these 2 houses. Then the rest of the neighborhood doesn't have power. Like, how does, like,
it
why?
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It was like even driving down Westheimer, I noticed that there were certain places that were open, and then on the other side, there was places that were closed. I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand, like, why that happens. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know if I did know the reason, if that would be good enough for me. Like, 'cause it's like, what? Like, again, like, how are you going to do that? Or even, I think I was hearing, senior living, like, they were even without power. Like, they can't, I mean, we let alone can't live in those conditions, but they really can't. Like,
really?
Yeah. Even their little generation, like, or maybe their generator is like doing their common area or like the kitchen, but like in their rooms, no. Like, I think the people that are beside us,
over there,
yeah, I think that's, a lady said her husband is there, and they don't have
How's
power.
she gonna leave her husband in there?
Well, he just has to be in there. Like, something, she said he has a rare condition or something. I don't know, but I don't think she had power either. Maybe she would bring him home, or I don't even know if they're allowed to do that. But
I don't know.
But yeah, like she was saying how like it's power in their common areas and stuff, and kitchen, bathrooms, but not in their room.
How would you feel if your kid like left you in one of those houses or apartments? What are they called? Senior
living.
Senior living. Like, how would you feel if your kids were like, "Well, mom, I'm gonna put you in there"?
I guess it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up in a family that does that. My family, they actually take care of the person until they pass. Like,
yeah, so does my family too.
If that's 13 years of your life, that's what it's going to take. Like, that's what I wouldn't even say that I've been taught, but I have seen that. Like, my grandmother, she had Alzheimer, and whenever she got diagnosed with it, her husband, which was my grandpa, he took care of her until he passed. And then I think she lived for 8 years after that, or a certain amount of years. But my Aunt Janice took care of her until she passed. Like, she passed in her house.
Yeah.
So I think it would be weird because, again, I'm just not used to that. I've seen people, or I know people who have placed older people in there. I think it would... I don't want to sound selfish. I just legit don't know how I would feel because, like, okay, being in their seeing it from their perspective, they have a life to live. Why would I want them to stop their life to take care of me? But then at the same time, it's like, but I took care of you, or due to, like, we don't know how people treat these older people.
Yeah.
That's what is, like, bad about it. Or it's like even the food or stuff like that. Like, you really don't know. Where I think that would make me uncomfortable, but at the same time, it's like, again, you would have to sacrifice your whole life for me, and it's like, would I be selfish doing that? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I really can't answer that right now. I guess I would just have to wait till I get older to see. But I think I would prefer being with my family because, again, you don't know who's going to be taking care of you. Like, I would have to pray hard to make sure that I had someone that cared about me.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it's like, that person's not always going to work there forever. What if they have to retire? Or they have to leave because they got a better job or whatever the case may be. You can't trust everybody. But again, it's hard because I don't want my kids to feel like I'm a burden, or again, they have to stop their entire life
to take care of you.
Because I understand the sacrifice, but it's a huge one. And like, again, it's like there's so many things you can't do because you have to take care of them.
Yeah, you have to take care of your loved ones.
Yeah. So I don't know how to answer that.
I don't know. I don't know how I would take it too. Like if my kid tells me, "Well, I'm gonna put you in one of those senior," well, I'm beating them up with the cane. I'm beating them up with the cane.
No, I feel you, because it's like, what? Like, I get it. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, because I wouldn't do that to my parents. I truly wouldn't do that to my parents. I would either hire someone, like a specific nurse, to come stay with us.
That's a different story then,
and me watch her take care of them. You know what I mean? I want to see what you're feeding them. I want to see if you're taking good care of them. And I want my parents to tell me how she's helping you or how she's taking care of you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I'll be damned if I like take my parents in one of those living situations, like those senior homes, and I see, someone doing to my parents. Because now I'm gonna.
I think whenever my mom was alive, and like, let's say she was actually sick, like she was actually ill, if she had the chance to live longer and she got like super old, I think I would have taken care of her. Just because, like, I loved her to death. Like, I love my mom. I wouldn't... the thought of someone else taking care of her, like, it just don't seem right. But at the same time, since she is gone, I think, like, wow, like, that's something I don't have to worry about, though, now. Like, as I'm getting older, I have to worry about, like, well, where's my mom gonna go? Or, like, like when she can't take care of herself, she can't drive anymore. Like, I don't have to think about those things. And I feel like that was like, it's not a burden because it's your family, but I see it as like, it's a responsibility that you no longer have to worry about. Like, that's good,
No, for sure.
So, yeah.
Especially because, like, if you want to take, like, a trip or something, who are you going to leave her with?
Right,
or,
and who do you trust? Like,
you can't trust no one.
Or even I think my grandma, she had Alzheimer's, like she forgot how to do everything. Like when I say everything, I mean everything. Like everything. My aunt even had to like change her, like she wore diapers. Like she forgot how to use the bathroom, like went to go to the bathroom. Like it was crazy. And it's like, she would get random bruises and my aunt had to like clean them and bandage them up. Like I can't think of like, again, that's your family member. So, like, you're treating them differently than someone who does not know them.
Exactly.
Obviously, if you have a good heart, it would be great. But it's like, to think of someone like, what if she had a really big accident? Like, they would probably be mad or disgusted that they have to clean that up. Like, my aunt, she was very gentle or patient with her because that's her mom. So, it's different. So, I don't know. It's just like, that's a touchy subject. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like, it just depends on, I guess, how I feel about it. Because again, I don't want you to feel burdened. I don't want you to feel like, I could have been doing more things. Or even if like I were to pass at an age where it's like they're still young, it's like, I did this for 8 years of my life. Like, life has not, like, I don't know anything outside of this. Because I think that like, even me growing up with a sick mom, like, yes, I still did things as like a kid, but it's like, there was things that I wish I could have done with my mom that I couldn't do to her sickness. So it's not that I felt like I was left out in that sort, but it's like, it would be nice if my mother wasn't, even though I know God makes no mistakes. I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but it's like there's some things that I wish that I could have done with her that we weren't able to do due to the sickness. So it's like I can only imagine her being older and her not being able to take care of herself at all. Yeah. And then me having to like, provide for her. Yeah, like
step up to the plate, basically.
Like reverse characters. The one she played for me, like she was my mom. She did everything. So it's like the same. Like that's crazy. Like but I can respect it. Again, like maybe I would prefer them to take care of me, but again, I just feel almost selfish about it because it's like I don't want you to have to do that. And I get it. I'm your mom, but like. Your life can stop whenever you have to make those type of decisions. You can't take them everywhere. Yes, you can still do some things. You can go out to eat, all that, but you can't take them to Jamaica. Yeah. You can't take them to Cabo. You can't take them on the plane. Like
you can't take them to the plane anymore.
What if they're not comfortable? Like my grandma, she walked very, very slow. Plus, she was blind, so it was like so much was going on. Like, Mom, I can't go to Cabo. Like she had to stay at home. So. Yeah.
No, for sure. I can see that. I mean, it just, like you said, it just depends on the situation as well, or what condition. But I'll be damned if, like, there's people out there that live in those homes and their kids never, ever make the time to go see them.
Yeah, and that's pretty sad. Yeah, because your parent, like, bro, when they die, that's it.
That's it.
Like, that's it.
Like, yeah, you can boo-hoo, cry all you want.
Yeah.
And say, man, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have done that. Well, why didn't you do it when they were alive?
Yeah, that is so true. Like, nothing will be able to make their presence felt again, like, at all.
That's why I try, like, my best. I don't try. I do. I always tell my parents, like, how much I love them, how much I care for them, you know.
Should.
I'll do, like, if my dad comes, like, from work, I'll bake his food, I'll make his food, I'll take it to him, I'll bring him a water, I'll ask him what he needs. I'll make sure he feels like, okay, well, she's doing all these things for me. But I know it's out of love. I do it because I love them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do it because I love you and I care for you. And when I love you, I care, like, I cater to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I do it with my mom too. Like, I'll massage her feet.
Aww.
Yeah, like, I do those things, because I care for you. I love you, and I know you're tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do little things for them, but it means more to me. I don't know if it means anything to them. I'm pretty sure they're grateful. Of course, they love. They're like, thank you.
Mom, you doing everything.
Yeah, like, they'll hug me, they'll thank me, but it means more to me. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm going to take those memories, and I know that I was good to them at the end. You know what I mean? Because when
their time comes, it's like, I know I was the best daughter that I could be to my parents, regardless of...
I have no regrets,
Because you even it's crazy, like, it's funny you say that. I was, like, a great daughter to my mom. Like, I didn't go to the extent that you were doing, but yeah. Because I was like the princess. Like, my mom didn't even let me sweep the floor, like, at all. But it's like I showed my love, I guess, by, like, talking to her. Like, I love talking to my mom. Like, my mom would be cooking this whole meal, sweating, and I'm like, mom, girl, and she's just, like, laughing. Like, my mom thought I was the funniest person in the world. So, like, she's just, like, cracked up, and she's like, girl, you're crazy. Like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, you birthed me. Like, I get it from you. It's you. Like, this is literally me. You talking through me. But even though we had a great relationship, there's things that I do regret. Like, there would be, like, again, I'm being bratty, and I'm like, maybe it was she cooked chicken and rice, and I want to eat chicken and rice for the 1700th time of that year. And I would be like, I don't want that. I want to eat McDonald's. And, like, mom's like, Desiree, you're not going to eat McDonald's. I cook chicken and rice, so you're going to eat chicken and rice. Then here I go, my ungrateful butt. I go over to my dad. I'm like, Dad, you gonna give me some McDonald's? Like, mom's being mean. Like, stuff like that. And he's like, getting his keys, putting his clothes on, stuff like that. Mom's like, where are you going? Because she hear the keys, and he's like, Desiree wants some McDonald's. And she's like, she just be looking at me like, really? Like, but there's times, like, or like she would get really, really mad at me, like, Desiree, like, we don't need to be spending any money right now, and you're over here doing all this extra stuff. But, like, I regret not doing some of those things, what she wanted me to do. Like, I wish that I could go back in time and eat that chicken and rice for the 1700th time and just deal with it, not take advantage of it, because I know that I'm spoiled, or, like, like, stuff like that. Like, I regret that, even though I was great and we had a great relationship. Or just, like, like, times where I would get mad at her because, like, she would tell me something that was right, but I thought she was just picking on me or being mean or whatever the case may be, and I had an attitude with her, and I didn't talk to her for 5 minutes, and she comes in my room like, you mad at me? And I'm like, yes. Like,
not yes. Yes.
Yes. I just, like, look away. Right. Then she, like, comes over and gets in my face. She's like, I know you are not mad at your mama. And I, like, started smiling and laughing because it's like, Mom, like, stop. Like, gosh. But, like, I regret getting mad at her over stupid stuff. Like, it wasn't worth it. Like, nothing can bring her back. And it's like, even though those aren't, like, terrible moments, like, I never hit my mom or did some crazy stuff, but it's like, even the little things, I wish I could go back in time and, like, redo them. Or, again, like, I remember my last hug with her. Like, if I could hug her for the rest of my life, I would. Like, hug your parents as much as you can, because I promise, whenever they're gone, you will not be able to hug them, and you're gonna feel that.
Show them affection.
Yeah.
Show them affection. Hug them. Do little things for them. Tell them you love them.
Yeah, because that presence,
you just never know.
it's gone. Like when I say that, like like you go home and like your mom's at home. Mm-hmm. You walk in the house, you're gonna yell like, "Ma, like, are you home?" Or but she's home. Mm-hmm. Like you feel her. Everything feels normal in the house. That day, they are no longer here. You're gonna feel that presence gone. Yeah. Like I kid you not. Like it's weird how life is that way. Like. So it's like, take advantage of loving your parents, especially if you have a good relationship with them. Mm-hmm. Even if you don't, like, figure out the rude. I don't know. Like, I know everyone's situation is different, so I'm not talking to everybody. Because I know people are like, well, my mom's the same. I don't care who she is, what she did, who she chose, what she did, whatever, over you. I don't care. At the end of the day, a parent and child relationship is very important. And I think, again, that's the person that's supposed to be teaching you as you're growing and programming you the best way that they can. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying they're perfect, but they're trying. And when they're gone, they're gone. There's nothing that will bring them back. I even have my mom's ashes, and it still don't feel the same. Like I'm like, oh, like it's just ashes. Yeah. Like her presence is gone. Her presence is not in there.
Not anymore.
It's like, yeah, but
I think the beautiful thing is that you're gonna be able to tell your kids this one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Like. Your grandma was great. Like, yes, you didn't get to meet her. Yes, I know it's been years or whatever the case may be.
And you have pictures of her.
Yeah, so it's like, this was your grandma. Like, and it's crazy because my mom always dreamed of being a grandma. Like, she would always be like, asking my brother, like, when are you going to have a baby? Or like, not rushing me because obviously I was 22 whenever she passed. But she was like, like, whenever you have kids, like, oh, I can't wait. I know they're going to look just like you, and I'm going to be squeezing their cheeks, and I'm going to be feeding them, and then I'm going to always have my babies, like, stuff like that. Like, I know she would have been a great grandmother, so it's like, it's beautiful, and I can share those memories with her, because, like, I feel like even though she's not here, through the pictures, you'll be able to see her energy. Like, you'll feel it, like, oh, like, she was a great grandma. Like, or, like, her smile, like, oh, she's so pretty. Like, her smile is contagious. Like, it's making me smile. Like, like, they're going to feel that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that, sister. I like that. That makes me happy. That warms my heart.
Yeah.
Trust me. And I know that even though your kids won't be able to meet her, but they're going to feel her. And
Very
you're gonna
much.
You're going to always talk about her. And, like, these little things, you can say, like, your grandma used to do these things. You know what I mean?
What you doing right now? I used to do this to your grandma, and she used to look at me crazy, and she told me to go to my room. And what did I do? I went to my room, but then I went and asked my dad to do something that she told me no about. So, yeah.
How many kids do you want?
Probably 4. Yeah.
Bye.
I want like 3 kids. We've talked about this, sister.
We have, right?
Yeah.
3 kids?
But it's okay. Yeah.
A boy and a girl, right?
No, I want 3 boys and a girl. Why are you looking at me like
sister,
that?
That's a lot of kids. I mean, that's your preference. Yeah, that's.
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't be fine with one child or 2 kids, but it's like I like the idea of a big family. I like the idea of like I need the big SUV so all my 4 kids can fit in the back and they friends. Or I like the idea of like us going on a family road trip and like we can't go in no little Corolla. We need a big Yukon.
Yeah.
Like,
Not the Yuk.
Like it's cute. Like I like that.
It's giving.
Or and
for kids.
I just like I don't know, like kids are so precious. I love kids. That's why I think like I wouldn't be mad if I had a lot because they're just like so intriguing to me. Like even at our job, like whenever I be seeing like the kids, like they're just so precious. I love them. I love seeing them smile. I love like seeing them try to help. Like they ain't even helping, but like I love to see them try. Like kids are just so cute. Like I don't know. Yeah.
Not all of them.
Some of them can't help it because of where they were brought up, sister.
Yeah, that is true.
It's not about they were not authentically made that way, but
yeah, it's just how you parent them. I was telling my mom how like I was eventually when I do have kids, how I'm gonna parent them.
What are you gonna do?
So I was telling her, I'm like, I'm gonna make sure. Okay, when they're like 2 or 3.
I'm not ready. What you about to make them do?
I'm gonna teach them how to wash dishes.
Bye. No, sister, at 3, they barely can even fit.
they can put a stool. I'll buy them a stool.
Why they need a stool to wash some dishes, sister? But
so they can learn. They can see me doing it. You know what I mean? Like, they can sit there and see me doing it.
I don't know what you mean, because I wasn't brought up like that. So that's why I'm like, what?
I wasn't brought up like that, but that's how I'm going to teach them. I'm going to teach them discipline. I'm going to teach them good habits. They're going to have to make their bed as well every single day, and I'm going to tell them the reason why they're making their bed. I'm going to tell them every time you do your laundry, you got to put it away that same day, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. Yeah, you know what my mom said? She told me, she's like, wow, you're going to be like a military mom. And I was
like, I get what you're saying, but I feel like I wouldn't enforce that until like 7 or 6 or 7, I think. I think 7 or 8. That's whenever I would start doing that. The bed thing, I don't think it's wrong, but it's like, I don't even think they'll be able to do that right at 3. But I get it. It's like, hey, this is,
yeah, but yes, you're learning, you know, that's the whole point. Like, I'm meaning, like, yes, of course, like at 6 or 7, yeah, you're going to start washing your dishes. I'm going to teach you how to wash your dishes, you know. Even, like, I'm going to teach you, yeah, dude, I'm going to teach them, because there's a lot of kids nowadays that all they know how to do is play with their iPad. You know what I mean? They just sit in their room, just play with the iPad. They don't even play with toys.
Don't buy them iPad. Get them a toy.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't want to deal with kids, you know? They have the kids, but they don't want to deal with them. So that's my thing. It's like a kid, to me, is a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of responsibility. And the way, like, I'm going to raise them is a reflection of me. You know what I mean? So I'm going to make sure I raise them well.
True.
You know, I want them in sports. I don't want them to sit down on the couch and watch Disney Channel with a bowl of cereal, because I used to do that.
No, I feel you saying.
Like, I don't want that for them. I want to tell them, like, what kind of sports do you enjoy? If you don't like that sport, cool. Let's go with another sport. You don't like that? Cool. Go with another sport.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That is true.
I'm not going to enforce them. Like, let's say I like a sport. I'm not going to enforce it on them. Like, oh, you have to play, I don't know, basketball. Because my sister's an NBA player. Period.
You need to know how to do free throws at 1.
Right? Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, you know, I'm just gonna ask them, like, what kind of hobbies like do you want to pursue? You know, what do you like to do? What do you want to be when you grow up? Little things like that. I don't know, my mom said that once I have the kids, she's like, you're going to become such a softie. And I'm like, ugh.
I believe it too.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
To a certain extent.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think fully.
No, I think I'm going to be to a certain extent.
You won't know until it happens.
I know, but it's because I know, sister, but I just feel like it's a reflection of myself. You know what I mean? And I want to make sure that they do a good job in life.
I think they will, but again, I think that you'll become a softie and then you'll realize, yes, you can still do these things, but I don't think it's going to be as early as you think.
You don't think so?
No, I'm being serious.
I'm being serious too.
I know you're being serious. I know who you are. I know you're being serious.
But like, I don't know. I like kids, but not like, oh, you know, like I don't like to carry kids or anything.
I love No, I love kids. I think also the reason why I love kids so much is because there wasn't a lot of babies growing up in my family.
Me too.
And I think I always used to see people, other families, they would have the child or all these little babies. And I always wanted to be able to hold them, but it's all because it's that's not my family member. So it's all for me to just be like, can I hold your baby?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Especially if I'm a child, I'm what if I don't hold them right? Even if they tell me how to hold the child. But I've always loved kids. I'm just so intrigued with them. I see, they're just so authentic. They're the most authentic beings in the world. It's so crazy to see the development of something that isn't programmed yet. I think that's what interests me about them. It's wow, they're truly the most innocent people in the world. Mm-hmm. Old people can be innocent, but they know what they be doing. They be mean and rude.
Old people are not innocent.
Strong and they mean, they be fighting and stuff.
Old people are not innocent.
That's why I say it. They're not. But kids, they are. They were raised to not be violent or nothing. But then it's like, sorry, I said that wrong. Not raised. They were born into the world being innocent. But it's like eventually that can change due to their environment.
Exactly.
So that's what sucks. But I just think it's beautiful, like to see like their excitement over little things, or I think maybe even that, like I like kids so much because I feel like truthfully like it's like they're like, I don't know if this is like weird, but it's like they're playing with like the little girl inside of me. Like, not saying I feel like a kid, but like there's times like I feel like I am, like how I'm so bubbly, it reminds me of a child. That's why I think I gravitate to them, because it reminds me of myself. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's weird or not, or if anyone else feels that way. But like, yeah, like I feel like they're bubbly, and so am I.
Yeah, it brings the inner child in you.
Yeah, and I think it's fun. Like, if you want to play like a game with them or whatever, just again, the things they get excited about. I get excited over the stupidest things, and that's why it's like it's fun, because it's like a child understands.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, give me an example. You used to play with Barbies?
Yeah, I had like 20 Barbies. I had the big house. It opened in half.
Too.
All them little things. Mom would be mad. But I'm like, girl, you bought it. I know I asked, but you bought it.
Yeah.
Like, you with all these little pieces. They talking about all these pieces on my floor. Like, girl, what was I supposed to do? Just leave them in there? Like, Barbie doctor over here got a house, and then she gonna go home over here and be a veterinarian. Like,
Yeah,
come on
period.
now.
Aww.
Like, she got stuff to do. I even had like the little cars. She had a beach car. She had like a drop top pink thing.
Oh,
she
period.
was, yeah. They had everything.
I love that. She had the baby too?
No, I actually did not have one with a baby.
Yeah, I had one with the baby.
That's
and the
cool.
man.
I had the man. I had Kens. I had like 3 Kens. The rest were girls.
Me too.
Yeah.
And they would always fall in love. Like,
yeah, I'd
Barbie,
be like, y'all love each other.
Yeah.
They're probably tired of each other. They're like, I'm tired of seeing his face in my face. God.
I'm done with her.
Yeah.
Give me another girl.
Right. Give me the one over there, the new one you just got, the new girl in town.
Bro,
You can give me this girl.
Yeah. I would like get them together, and then I would say like she's pregnant, and this is her baby with this guy. Yeah.
I'd be like, you need to walk her over here to her side and put her in the car, open her door.
Man, it was always the same story for me.
Same. I would even like, y'all gonna park? Like, I had a whole thing like with them. Like, they were in love. Like, it was fun. I love Barbies. What are things kids get excited about? I guess like food. Like, you know, they'd be so excited to be like, it's not a big bag thing. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say that.
Big bag. I would say like toys, maybe like certain toys. I would say like certain shows.
That's me. Yeah. That's me. I get excited over like Disney Channel shows. Me still,
too.
like things
Nickelodeon
like
shows.
that.
It's very nostalgic. You
yeah.
know?
Or just like, even like, I don't know why, but like as a kid, I loved cereal. Like, I love me a good bowl of cereal.
What was your favorite cereal?
Growing up, Fruity Pebbles.
Ew.
Sister.
Yeah, that thing is nasty.
What did you used to eat? Lucky Charms?
Ew, that's like diabetes.
Not diabetes. I don't even think it's diabetes. It's just giving nasty. Like, it's giving so like nasty. Diet cereal.
I do not like it. And people are like, the marshmallows are the best.
That is
like,
the worst part.
Worst.
Throw them out. Sometimes I would go over my auntie house and like she'd have Lucky Charms. I would throw all them marshmallows to the side. Like, I ain't about to eat that.
Yeah.
They taste weird too. Ain't no regular marshmallow. Like, I don't know what's in them. But no.
Mine was Honey Bunches of Oats. That was, sister, don't do that face. That shit was so good. Dude, I would eat do you like soggy cereal? I love soggy cereal.
And I'm weird.
Did you put it in the microwave?
No, you did. Wait. Wait a minute. You put your cereal in the microwave?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
If it was like cold outside, I wanted my cereal like hot.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
That's crazy. I've never heard of that before.
You've never had
other people do that?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I think you only works in.
I'll give you some. The next time you come over to my house, I'll give you some.
Hot cereal.
Yeah, hot cereal.
You might as well eat oatmeal. Ain't that the same thing?
No, it's not the same thing.
I thought that's cereal.
No, right? Oatmeal's not cereal.
That's true.
Oh, anyway, okay.
I don't think so.
What's your second favorite cereal?
My second favorite cereal was like Super
You're about to
K.
say Pops. Special K, the healthy.
Yeah, with the strawberries, the freeze dry strawberries. I think it was so good.
Mine was Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Ooh, sister,
Quit
it's
hating
good.
on me.
It's good, but
Don't hate. I don't want to hear no but, sister.
Remember those little cookie ones?
With the chocolate?
Yeah.
No, because I don't like that.
Oh, you're weird.
I did not know. No. What about Captain Crunch?
They're okay.
Bro, something's wrong with my sister.
No, sister.
Bro. The berry one was good. You don't think so?
What about Frosted Flakes?
I used to go ham. Bro, I was such a big bad kid that I would pour sugar. Bro, but we had this big thing, bro. We had this big, like, it was this big, right? Whole big container of sugar. It was filled up. I would open it. I needed, like, to hold it. Like, it was that big. I would do it. And I would be like, sugar on the Frosted Flakes, bro. And then all the sugar, like, seeps to the bottom. And I used to dig my...
Dude, would you drink that whole milk, like, with the sugar in it?
No, well, yeah. Well, no, because whenever I get my spoon to take I would go deep so I get, like, some of the sugar on the corner of the spoon. And I'd be going ham. Big bag, big bro. I enjoyed my childhood. And plus, my dad's a big bag, so.
Was he?
Yeah, he still is. We used to be eating good. Like, we would eat all the little Debbie cakes, all the cereal with extra sugar. My dad used to put sugar in his beans. I didn't go that far. And he calls it country, but he's from Florida.
Is your dad diabetic?
No.
Oh.
But he's a big man. Like, he looks like Suge Knight. I'm gonna place a picture of Suge Knight. You'll be like, what? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a sugar bro. That's why it's hard for me to release it now.
Yeah.
I'm better. Like, I don't eat like that, like the sugar like that as much. But, like, yeah, I used to, bro.
I had a lot of sugar.
Yes. Like, I was enjoying myself too well. I used to love that. That's why I enjoyed cereal. Like, I'd be so happy eating some cereal because I'd be like, oh, I'm about to sprinkle all that sugar in there. It's about to be good. I'm about to put on something, some Rugrats. I have VCR tapes. I rewind it back because I didn't rewind it whenever I finished it, so I rewind it. And then I'd be right in front of the TV just eating my sugary cereal, enjoying my life.
I used to do the same thing, but with Honey Bunches. I used to just sit in the couch, just grab myself a big bowl of. You know what I used to watch too? Full House.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah, same.
I would just eat it, like, and then I would get up again and go get a second bowl.
I was heavy on seconds, maybe even thirds if I was feeling a little frisky. Like, I was happy, and I would still pour sugar, even though it's at the bottom, but I would still pour more. Damn. It just did something to the milk. I don't know. Yeah. It did something good.
Now I can't even drink milk.
Really?
Yeah. I'm
Well, I
so
guess.
like, dude.
Because even, like, I could, like, we would buy, like, 2 gallons of milk, right? Because we would go through it in a week. And, like, we would, like, be, of course, eating cereal or something. But, like, me and my dad, like, we could drink a whole glass of milk by itself. I haven't done that lately. And plus, I don't drink regular milk. All I've been drinking is almond milk for the past year. So, like, that's better, too. But I could drink some whole milk, a whole glass, and not be messed up.
No?
Never.
You're
Never in my life. So, sister, what was your favorite childhood meal?
My favorite childhood meal, I would have to say, well, I was also very spoiled growing up. Let me tell you that. I was very
Period.
spoiled. So I'm never gonna settle for anything less. But with that being said, I used to, every time we would go out to eat, my parents would ask me, what I wanted to eat.
I know that's right. Cause
So
what else? Why would it be any different?
Exactly, my way or no one's way.
No, for real.
So we would go to Lucky Village. Dude, there was a time where I would ask for Lucky Village every single day, and we would go there for dinner. Bro, we were some big bags.
In the buffet?
In the buffet.
Oh, sister, we went one time.
Yeah.
You didn't even tell me that was.
I think I did tell you.
You didn't,
just
sister,
didn't pay attention to me.
Why couldn't it be that you just didn't say nothing? I don't remember you saying that. That used to be like my parents used to bring me here all the time.
Yeah.
That's so sentimental.
Yeah, they used
No
to
wonder we were going in.
we were like, let's go for another place.
You're like, you ain't eating other places there yet. Yeah, no, they got good food.
We literally went through every single, what was it called? Not line, right? It's not a line.
It's not a line. I don't even know
what
what
aisle?
you call it. Yeah.
No, aisle?
No.
What is
I don't
it
even
called?
know what you call that.
But
Or I
yeah.
guess like, no, because a buffet line is like when you're, I feel like, going up to pay for the buffet or whatever.
But this is like you grab a plate and you go in there and you choose what you want, you know? So we went in there and we were grabbing everything. We're like, let's try this out.
I was like, they got plantains. And their plantains are really good. But I was like, I never, like.
The fries were really good.
Their chicken wings was good.
Their chicken wings were really
Their
good.
rice was good. What else? I think I got some
There was
lo
something
mein.
that was not good, though. There was, I don't know.
There
what
was
else.
something and we both didn't
We
eat it.
didn't like it.
The pizza.
It was the pizza. That shit was nasty.
Not us eating all this stuff.
Bro, you had like 4 plates.
I was eating so
Each.
good, yeah. Because I remember you took a bite of the pizza and you're like, sister, the pizza is not good. And I
Yeah.
was like, really, sister? So I like took a piece and I was like, oh.
It just didn't have any like sauce or like.
I don't think it was, they didn't, but I don't know. It was like so much wrong with it. Like, I don't think the cheese tasted right.
But I'm like, how do you with pizza?
Especially
well, I mean, frozen, right? That's why they're.
Well, no, they probably make it, I would suppose. But even that, it's like, how y'all make all the rest of the food good, but not the pizza? Pizza's like, again, something you shouldn't be messing up.
Exactly. More of the story, we didn't even make it to the dessert. Because we like ate so much.
Yeah, we did.
We ate so much.
I ate some cornbread.
Yeah, that was pretty good. It wasn't that expensive, was it?
No, I think it was like $13.
We should go back one of these days.
Yeah. After our diet.
After our diet. But yeah, I could say that. And like my mom, like a meal that she would cook at home that I can think of that was my favorite would have to be enchiladas. So it's just like a tortilla with like shredded chicken inside. And she would put like this red sauce on it. It was really, really good. And then she would add a lot of cheese to it, and then she would bake it. It was cheese, and then she would bake it.
Oh, yeah, that set it off right there.
What? She still makes that. Dude,
I know that's right.
Still makes
she can make that with her eyes closed.
I know.
And it still come out
told my
good.
mom, I'm like, you need to teach me.
You need to ask her, so you need to tell her to write it down, something. For real.
For real, because
Yeah.
it's so good.
I'm
going to ask her to make some.
I want to taste it.
Okay, and I'll bring you some.
It was, what was it that one day whenever I went over to record and you're like, sister, you want something to eat? I was like, yeah, sure. And you have to go to work, so you were like, here's some rice and some sausage, or what was that, meatballs?
I think it was meatballs. Yeah, it was meatballs and sauce.
Bro, I don't know what her mama put in that, but it was good. I was literally eating it on my way back home. And I've never eat and drive. I was eating and driving because it was that good. Like, I was like, oh, let me just taste it. I was like, bro, I cannot put this back down.
Yeah, I didn't know how you were going to like it because Desiree is very picky. Sister, don't lie.
I am picky, but sister, I like food like that. I ate it.
That is true, but I didn't know if you were going to like it. So I was like,
why do you think I was going to like it, sister?
Because you're picky.
But why would I be picky against that?
I don't know, sister.
What do you think I didn't like? The sauce?
Yeah, the sauce.
The sauce was honestly the best part to me.
Really?
Yeah, like, I mean, it was good, but like, you can tell like your mom would be like putting her foot in that food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She uses her foot to like mix everything around.
Like, yeah, because that was good. Like, I was like, ooh, like it's been a little while since I had someone else cook me a home cooked meal.
Yeah.
I think my last one was Thanksgiving. I spent it with some of my family, That was like the last like home cook. Besides me like doing stuff myself, but like someone else cooking. Like
I'll
that
tell
was-
her. I'll tell her to make some, and then I'll bring you some so you can try it. But what about you?
Favorite outing restaurant to this day. Like my mom is no longer here, but my parents would take me to Luby's. I loved Luby's. You do?
I love Luby's.
Sister, shut up.
Girl, but it's expensive.
It is, but sister.
I love Luby's.
You're lying right now.
Dude, I live
Bro,
really.
I never. You're right.
Yeah.
We passed by it.
Dude, I recently ate Luby's. That's why I'm telling you, it's really expensive. Bro, we were tearing it up.
Bro, I love Luby's. I've been getting the same thing ever since I started going there. I always get a fried fish. The only thing that was different was whenever I was a child, I used to get half the fish. Now I get the whole fish because I'm a grown woman.
Period.
Fried fish.
What do you get as your sides?
Mashed potatoes and green beans. Mashed potatoes with no gravy. I'm picky. I don't like the gravy.
You see, I told you guys she was picky.
But that's not that big of a deal. I'm still eating the mashed potatoes.
That is true.
You can't eat everybody gravy.
I know. Have you tried their mac and cheese?
I have, but I don't like it.
What?
Yeah.
I like their mac and cheese. Their Brussels sprouts are really good too.
Do they have those all the time?
I don't know.
I feel like they don't, because I feel like sometimes I'd be wanting like a different type of green except the green beans. And because they used to have, what do they call them, Italian style green beans? Not me knowing this. But then they started using these other green beans, and I'm like, what happened to the other ones? I like the fat, long, or the fat, you know.
Not the fat, long ones.
I love them so much. I used to love them. I'd be like, ooh, whenever my mom would have a doctor's appointment, or like my dad, like we came from somewhere, we're just going like deep into Austin to pay some bills or whatever the case may be. It was like, are we gonna stop at Luby's? And we would stop at Luby's, and I would just be walking out there full.
We should
like,
go to Luby's next time instead.
We should, sister, because honestly, I only met one of my friends who likes Luby's.
I love Luby's.
If I would have known you like Luby's, I would have been the first place we went to eat.
Yeah. Okay, next time. Now we know. We're just learning things about each other.
Yeah, as we're going, because like that's crazy. Like that's that's like very sentimental to my childhood. Like, once upon a time after my mom had passed, me and this friend, I love her to death. We would do like weekly dates there because she knew how important it was to me for me to eat Luby's, because it reminded me of my mom. Because my mom, not trying to be mean, but she would get the liver and she'd be like, can you add onions? And like they put onions, she'd be like, can you put some more onions? I'm like, girl, like nothing is about to take the taste out of this liver that you about to eat. Like that's nasty.
Ew.
Like I don't know how she ate that every time. She was crazy. And my dad, he just eat everything. Like big chicken breast, he would eat fish sometimes. It was just whatever he felt like at the time, whatever. But and their rolls are really good.
The rolls are really good. With the butter?
Yes. Bro, they even have like cornbread ones. I think I tasted them
it.
once because some of them was like, it was like gonna be too. I'm such a big bag. Like sometimes whenever they be like, oh, it's gonna be 5 minutes for this, I'm like, just give me something else. Like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, please. The only thing I'll wait for is the fish, because that's the only entree I eat.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
like I
I'm
don't
a
like
big
nothing
bag.
else.
I'm like, let me try that. Let me try this.
No, I'd be like, give me the whole fish. If I ain't got that, I'll wait for it. I'll legit wait, because I'm not about to deal with that. Even if that means they got to bring it to the table.
Even if it means that they got to go hunt for it.
You better go outside that lake and...
Bring it in.
Also, the spaghetti, my mom's spaghetti, I could eat that every day of my life. That's one thing I really would have, which like, as good as my mom cooks, my mom was a great cook. If I could write down one recipe, it would be her spaghetti, because to this day, I still can't get it. Like, I've never tasted spaghetti like my mom's. Like, it's weird. I've, like, had the main ingredients that she uses, but again, it's like I don't know what she seasoned it with exactly, because it's like, it's just a different taste, hers. But the spaghetti, my favorite. So that would definitely have to be my favorite childhood meals.
Spaghetti?
Yeah, and Luby's.
Luby's. We got to go.
Yeah, for real.
But for real.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna go. I ain't gonna make you forget, because I love me some Luby's. And I haven't had Luby's, I think, since May. Yeah.
May? Yeah, we can go in there. We can eat together in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big bag.
Big bag. Big bag. Big bag.
Well, that
Okay,
concludes
guys.
today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Also, follow us on our social media platforms. And yeah, We'll see you guys in our next video.
Bye, guys.